Hello there, good to see you watching another video of mine. This is your boy Official Gaddafi once again, and you are live on Official Gaddafi TV. Today is a Friday, which means tomorrow Saturday we have a match against Bournemouth at the Bridge. 3 o'clock is the kickoff time, and before we preview the match, we will talk about Fikayo Tomori's contract extension and UEFA Champions League draw, which will take place next Monday. So stay glued to Official Gaddafi TV, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, and we'll bring you more of Chelsea FC news. So yesterday, Fikayo Tomori extended his contract by 5 more years, which will take him to 2024. So he's going to be with us for the next 5 years, or it could even be more, based on his performance. And Tomori has been good this season. You know, when he came back, he has fit very well into the system, and he's a very young, talented defender. And I am happy that the club has been able to tie him down for the next 5 years. I believe Tomori is our own Koulibaly in the making, our own Van Dijk in the making. So with the proper structures and with this current Chelsea project, Tomori is going to strive in this system. So that is a very quick and intelligent deal there by the club. Now, you know, within the week, that was Tuesday to be precise, Chelsea beat Lille to qualify into the Champions League next stage. That is the round of 16 stage. Usually the draws are done on a Friday, but this time around it has been shifted to Monday. Monday around 11 o'clock GMT. So Chelsea have qualified, but the unfortunate thing is we placed second in our group. You know, Valencia topped the group, and then we are likely to meet Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Juventus, and RB Leipzig. And I don't know, what is your preferred team? Which team do you prefer we meet them? It's not, we are going to have a hell of a match in the round 16 stage. So we should brace ourselves up. It's not going to be an easy draw for us. So we will shift our attention to the match preview by first taking a look at Frank Lampard's press conference, which he finished a couple of minutes ago. He took time to congratulate Fikayo Tomori on the new deal. And then, you know, from all angles, you could see Frank Lampard is very, 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 very much interested in this player. He likes him. You know, he worked with him at Derby County, and when he came here, he gave him his debut at this club, and then he has become a very formidable part of this squad. So he took time to congratulate him, and then he questioned him that the work, or the big work, begins from now. You know, some of the young players have had big contracts, and Callum Hudson, for an example, he had a big contract, 180k per week. And then since he signed the contract, his performance has not been up to par, you know, has not been how we knew or seemed to be back last season. So he took time to question the boy that the work starts from now. It's not just about you getting the contract. It's not just about you getting the big paychecks. It's about working hard for Chelsea FC. And then he also gave an injury update on Fikayo Tomori, and Tomori is out of tomorrow's game. Tomori is out of tomorrow's game, and he would start full training from next week, according to the manager. So we don't have any serious injuries apart from this Tomori injury. You know, Ross Barkley has been fit. You know, he has been on the bench for our last couple of matches, and everybody is okay. Now going into the Bournemouth squad, their manager had his press conference in the early hours of the day, you know, where he gave injury updates on a few of his players who are not currently fit. We all know that Nathan Ake is out of this game. He suffered an injury, a hamstring injury, in their last match against Liverpool last week. So Nathan Ake is out of this game. And Callum Wilson also, according to the manager, is a doubt for the game. It's too bad for Ake. Ake has been in the center of transfer tug of war between Chelsea and Man City, and it's too bad that he has to suffer an injury at this moment. At this moment where he could have made a move into the next stage of his career. But he's going to be out for 6 weeks, so let's hope he gets fit soon enough, and then let's hope he gets the move that he desires, but preferably Chelsea. Yeah, even with that, Frank Lampard was quizzed about Nathan Ake's transfer rumors, and then he said Ake is a fantastic player, but he is happy with the squad he currently has, which obviously every manager will say at this point in time. So Bournemouth are not enjoying a very good season. They are not enjoying a very good season. Currently, they lie on the 15th position on the league table with 16 points. Out of the 16 games that we have played, they have amassed only 16 points. That's a point per game. They have scored 18 goals and conceded 24. So their season has not been that rosy for them. And coming into this game, they have not won in their last 5 games. Bournemouth have not won in their last 5 games. And in their last game, they were walloped by 3-0 by Liverpool. So Bournemouth are coming into this game on the back of a 5-game winless streak. The last time we faced the team in this kind of shape, we came to the bridge and beat us 1-0, which is West Ham. So even though they are not enjoying a good season, we cannot write them off. We cannot write them off that they are not enjoying a good season, so we are going to beat them like how Liverpool dealt with them. In their last 2 visits to the bridge, we have beaten them. 1-0 and 2-0. We have beaten them. But not so long ago, they came to the bridge and beat us 4-0. During Antonio Conte's era, in Conte's last season, they beat us by 4-0. So it's not like we have a kind of an upper hand over Bournemouth, because if you look at our last 5 games against Bournemouth, we have won 3 times and they have won 2 times. They have never been a draw. So you can say that this match is not going to be a drawn game. There is definitely going to be a winner. Preferably Chelsea. We are hoping to make it 2 wins on the bounce. It's been a long time since we had that kind of result. So it's been a very long time since we won 2 matches on a row. And Bournemouth is not a team which will come to Stamford Bridge and sit back and then hit you on the counter. No, Bournemouth also plays good football. They are a possessive team. Their manager Eddie Howe has been doing a very great job since they came into the league. Bournemouth plays good football, and they have beaten Manchester United this season. So even though they are not enjoying a very good season, they still have it in them to beat the big boys. Even though Callum Wilson and Nathan Ake are out, but they still have some fantastic players. You can talk of Ryan Fraser. Last season he was up there in terms of assists. He was up there with Eden Hazard. In a league where you have Kevin De Bruyne, you have Raheem Sterling, then you have Trent Alexander-Arnold, giving this assistant, you can still get Ryan Fraser playing for Bournemouth up there with these boys. Then you should know that he's a very fantastic player. And then when you come to their midfield, they also have Jefferson Lemar, this Colombian international, very strong, very robust, very aggressive type of midfielder. And then he can play against with Lewis Cook, this young English chap. He's also a very good midfielder. And then one player that we need to take a bit of time to talk about is Dominic Solanke. So after all these years, Dominic Solanke is coming back to Stamford Bridge to face, his mother club. That is how I'll put it. Solanke was with us in the academy, from I think the age of 8 until after they went for the Under-20 World Cup, and then he decided to leave for Liverpool. And then from Liverpool, he didn't get the playing time that he wanted, so he jumped to Bournemouth last season. And he has been playing a very vital role for Bournemouth. Tomorrow you can trust Eddie Howe to start with Dominic Solanke. So these are the few stats about this Bournemouth team. And when you come to Chelsea, Chelsea, in our last 5 games, we've only had 2 wins. And even in our last 3 Premier League matches, we've only won once. That was the win against Aston Villa. Prior to that match, we lost against West Ham. So we beat Aston Villa. And then in our next game, which was against Everton, where Everton defeated us. So we have not won 2 games in a row for a number of matches now. We had a very good run in the course of the season where we had about 6 consecutive wins. And then since that time, since Man City beat us, things have not been that great for us again. And I am hoping we make it 2 wins in a row tomorrow. We defeated Lille. So if we are able to beat Bournemouth, then it will be 2 wins in a row. We really need this win. And in Lampard's press conference, he talked about the players' mentality. They play, they can dominate games, but when it comes to winning games, making games easy, the game against Lille, the game against Aston Villa, even the game against Burnley early in the season, these were games that we dominated and could have made it easier. But Chelsea will squander all the chances we will get. And then in the dying embers of the game, these teams will come into the game and then we will be struggling to even maintain our lead or struggling to get the win. So he spoke about the players' mentality, and I believe he has been working on it with the boys at Cobham. So let's just cross our fingers and see what happens tomorrow. But I think looking at the statistics, Bournemouth having conceded 24 goals. And Chelsea also, on the other hand, has also conceded 24 goals. But Chelsea have scored 31 goals. And Bournemouth have scored only 18 goals. So you can trust some goals to flow tomorrow. And also, I am not expecting any draw. Because looking at our last 5 games, there haven't been any draw. It's either they beat us or we beat them. We've beaten them 3 times and they've beaten us 2 times. So there's definitely going to be a win tomorrow. There's not going to be a draw. So to my bet fans, Okay, so this is your boy Official Gaddafi, and please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, and let's keep the family growing. Let's keep the blue family growing. Just go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and share the video to your Chelsea friends. Blue till I die.